It's a cruel world out there. It's hard to know who to trust. Seems like around every corner there's another hoaxster, jokester, or cloakster. In the end, one thing I've learned is the only person you can trust is yourself. But don't take my word for it. See for yourself with Word Hoax, the game of verbal cloaks, jokes, and master strokes. It'll make you lie to your mama, but don't worry, she's probably not playing this round. Here's your host, Tom Sherman. Wow, thank you, Mr. Announcer. Thank you to the internet for tuning into the live stream of our Word Hoax public tournament. And of course, thanks to our stable of contestants waiting backstage. I'm your host, Tom Sherman. We run this public tournament every Tuesday through Thursday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern, 8:30 a.m. Pacific, mostly because it's fun and we don't want to do actual work, but also so we can give out some sweet, sweet NFT prizes. So as our players start filtering in, let's remind the folks what everyone's playing for this morning, besides, of course, fame and glory. And that's one of these, an exclusive IOU NFT. This unique 1 out of 10,000 NFT is actually an IOU for a future NFT from an upcoming drop from Story Squad. The current estimated cash value of the IOU NFT is $100 US. And can't show the public any of the artwork. We will show the players at the end of the live stream some of the concepts and artist renderings. They're looking fantastic. Every time we get a new drawing, it just makes me wish I could win some. But I can't because I'm your host. So here are the ground rules, how to play, and then we'll introduce some of the players. Actually, let's bring the players on right now. No reason to make everybody wait before I tell them the rules. First, let's welcome to the stage last week's weekly winner and the last daily winner that we had on Friday, and that is Tasha, coming to us in cartoon form today. Tasha, great to see you. Here to defend your title once again.
Yeah, I'm absolutely. I got this. I got a system down now, so we're good. Hey, don't forget, I gave you one of those NFTs. So.
I know. No, it's true. One of my only NFTs that I have in possession is thanks to Tasha. So, incredibly kind human being here. So that was the first weekly victory that Tasha brought down, and now I believe 2 or 3 weekly victories under the belt. So let's see, who are we playing against here, Tasha? Let's bring in Sackville-Baggins, looking a little rough under the eyes there.
Yeah.
So are you bringing your A game to the competition?
I was bringing the A game. Actually, I think this is a feature, not a bug. I think the more free association and dreamlike we can get to that headspace, the more of an advantage it's going to be.
Interesting tactic here, going for the half-asleep dreamscape model. Let's see if that pays off for Baggins in the long run. And then, of course, last but not least, let's bring to the stage Rickrod. Welcome, Rickrod. Hopefully you are well-rested, unless you are also going for the sleep-deprived mind state like Sackville.
I might try that. That might get the juices flowing a little bit more.
Maybe. Well, try it only if Sackville-Baggins wins this round. That would be my advice. If he puts up a 0, I wouldn't go trying this one out. But awesome. Welcome all of you to the pitch, I guess. And here are the rules how to play. All right. I'm going to read a word, a person's name, or a movie title. And then you will have a set time limit to supply a trick definition for the word that sounds plausible enough that the other players might guess that definition. You cannot use Google, and please keep it PG-13. We are a family show here, folks. Once time expires, we'll read the set of fake definitions along with the real one as well, and then guess around the room. You'll get points if other players pick your fake definition or if you select the correct definition. You can pick your own answer in an attempt to sway the opinion of other players. However, you will not receive a point for your own vote. In round 1, we define a word. In round 2, we write a biography of a person. And then in round 3, we will write out the plot of a movie title. So then after that, we crown the champion of the day, update the running leaderboard accordingly. And before we get too far into it, let's take a look at the leaderboard, even though for the most part, it doesn't really matter. But that's kind of the whole point of my life, right? Is a little bit pointless. So why not? So here we have obviously no one's played yet this week. So we have no one winning any days and the weekly scores all tied. And that's where the real points, or that's where the real money is, right? That's where the NFTs are coming in. Monthly total, Tasha with an 18-point lead on the month. Good news for everybody else. We're not even halfway through the month, according to my calculations, at least. So, a lot of room for people to catch up there. And then the most pointless, 100% completely doesn't matter at all. Sackville-Baggins on top of the total leaderboard points with 27. Although, again, doesn't really mean much. So here, let me drop the link in the private chat for all of our players to see if you guys want to get on in here. YVKT is the lobby code. And so let's see, we've got 2 players in out of the 3. We've got 3 out of the 3. Those are pretty good numbers considering we have 3 players right now. So without further ado, let's get this party started. And your first word, I'm going to put 70 seconds on the clock for your word. And that is going to be glasnost. Glasnost is your first word. Your time starts now. Think of NFTs like keys to the future. Right now, as humans, we interact with businesses and organizations much like ants might their queen, slaving away day in and day out for resources to give to the queen so that she may survive. NFTs turn this one-directional relationship into a community partnership. Owning NFTs of organizations will allow those owners special perks like early access to future products, exclusive content behind paywalls, and access to the inner community. Not only that, but NFTs are transferable, allowing owners to sell at a premium, which in turn appreciate all other NFTs held by community members. So NFTs are part art, part online identity, part admission to a virtual country club, part crypto speculation, part generational wealth, and all real, baby. Here we are, 5 seconds left, waiting for Rick Rod's answer. And I'm going to give an extra 20 seconds because it's the start of the week, you know? That's a, but I only do this once per round. All right, very, very good. We've got everybody in. Let's see what exactly our players wrote here. All right, so let's see here. Glasnost is the word. We'll read these definitions. Number 1 for glasnost, an official policy of the former Soviet government emphasizing candor in regard to discussing social problems and shortcomings. Number 2, a glass explosion that can happen if you microwave the glass too much. Number 3, a drinking party in the former USSR. And number 4, slang that has come to mean shamelessly guzzling a beverage straight from the bottle in a public setting. So interesting sort of slate of definitions here. A lot of similarities across all the definitions for glasnost. Number 1, an official policy of the former Soviet government emphasizing candor with regard to discussing social problems and shortcomings. Number 2, a glass explosion that can happen if you microwave the glass too much. Number 3, a drinking party in the former USSR. Or number 4, slang that has come to mean shamelessly guzzling a beverage straight from the bottle in a public setting. So those are the 4 options that we have right now. We're going to start the voting, and no one leading the day or the week, but Tasha is currently leading the month. So Tasha, what say you here on these 4 different definitions?
I'm gonna go. I like number 1. Yep.
You like number 1. Any specific reason why you like number 1?
There
were a couple other
3...
Soviet adjacent answers, as well as So what was your? Is this one just better?
No, I'm gonna give you a few reasons here this time around. Kind of let out some secrets that I like to use. While the answers are being read, I look at people's faces.
Ooh.
Wow.
Kind of see what their brains might be doing.
Interesting.
And the other reason has to do with how many players there are going after me. And that's a very important thing that I think about as well.
Interesting.
So.
Wow. Some real key insights here from Tasha, calling out some poker faces, as well as considering who's going after. So anyways, Glasnost, number 1 definition, Baggins, what are we thinking here?
2, Tom, 2.
Going with number 2, strong number 2. Any specific reason why?
It's the only one that's not like the others.
That is a fact. There's all sorts of similarities with the other 3. So interesting choice here. Glass explosion that can happen if you microwave the glass too much. And Rick Rod, here we are. A couple people going before, a couple people giving some reasons why. Where are you thinking and why?
Can you repeat number 4? I think
number 4, slang that has come to mean shamelessly guzzling a beverage straight from the bottle in a public setting.
Yeah, I'll go with that one.
Interesting. What's your reasoning here? Is the
it kind of sounds like Glasnost could be like maybe a German word that could mean that.
Right.
Glass and then Nost.
Right.
Nost,
yeah.
Sounds like serious.
Yeah. Let's go get Glasnosted or something. I believe it. We'll submit the guesses. Honorable mention to Tasha, a drinking party in the former USSR. Meanwhile, a couple votes coming in for, one for Rick Rod with a glass explosion that can happen if you microwave the glass too much, which Baggins voted for. Meanwhile, Baggins getting Rick Rod's vote with slang that has come to mean shamelessly guzzling a beverage straight from the bottle in a public setting. And meanwhile, the real definition voted on by Tasha, an official policy of the former Soviet government emphasizing candor with regard to discussion of social problems and shortcomings. So everybody picking up a point here this round, and so good on everybody. But here we are, still tied, and ready for round 2. It looks like. Wow. So here, let's go to round 2. Round 2, we like to do a biography of a person, and so that person, let me load them in. Let's see. All right, we've got the person selected. Their name is Derek Smith. I'm putting 85 seconds on the clock for you to tell me who is Derek Smith, starting right now. Look, I know what you're thinking. How do I play this game? Get in on these NFTs. Quit my corporate job. Well, let me tell you, it's easy. We run 2 competitions daily. Word Hoax, which you're currently watching, and Clash of the Pencils, a 1-page story contest where the internet public picks the winner each night. Both are a quick creative workout to get your mind right during the day, not to mention the fame, glory, and NFTs. If you're interested in playing either of these games, reach out to me, Tom Sherman, in one of the following ways. On social media, send me a DM in Twitter at ShermQ5 or at Story Squad HQ. Give us both a follow while you're there. If you're watching on the Facebook stream, send me a message. Other contact methods include any other way you can think of reaching me, up to but not exclusively playing 6 Degrees of Tom Sherman, smoke signals, and of course, skywriting. All right, everybody is in. That was a buzzer beater for a couple of the folks here playing today, but in nonetheless. So Derek Smith is the name that we are trying to write a biography for. And who was he? So number 1, the son of Harold Wesoon, who is famous for mainly their firearms. Number 2, invented the high five in 1978. Number 3, a famous football running back player who participated in the Super Bowl. Number 4, alias of Czechoslovakian writer who gained an international audience in the 1970s for his novels and poems that exposed the hypocrisy of censorship behind the Iron Curtain. So a couple interesting definitions here. Derek Smith, the son of Harold Wesoon, who is famous for mainly their firearms. Number 2, invented the high five in 1978. Number 3, a famous football running back that participated in the Super Bowl. Or number 4, alias of Czechoslovakian writer who gained international audience in the 1970s for his novels and poems that exposed the hypocrisy of censorship behind the Iron Curtain. So those are your options for Derek Smith. And we're going to have to continue, as the leaderboard is still all tied for the day, continue with Tasha. So let's hope Rick Rod and Baggins had their proper poker faces on. Tasha, what's happening? What's going through your brain?
I feel like this one is going to be super simple. It's got to be the longest one. It's because it's so dang long. With the Russian.
Yes, the alias of a Czechoslovakian writer who gained international audience in the 1970s for his novels and poems that exposed the hypocrisy of censorship behind the Iron Curtain. That one is definitely screaming that is quite a biography compared to the other ones. So we'll see if that pays off. Baggins, welcome Baggin to the stage.
Oh, I see you did there. I love it.
Thank you. Just came.
Let's go. What was number 1?
Number 1 was the son of Harold Wesoon, who is famous for mainly their firearms. One. Going with number 1. Any specific reasoning, or it's just an explosive pick?
Explosive. That's got me.
Perfect. And now, Rick Rod, here we are again. 2 options already picked. You can go your own way, or you can pick one of what Tasha and Baggins picked. What are you thinking?
Which one was the one that said the high five?
That was number 2. Invented the high five in 1978.
I'll go with that one.
All right. Any specific reasons why?
The name Derek kind of sounds like the type of guy that's just like friendly with everyone. So it could be that he invented the high five.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's a good reason. I've known a couple Dereks before, and they do like to give high fives. So solid reasoning there. We're submitting the guesses. Honorable mention to Rick Rod with a famous football running back that participated in the Super Bowl. Not getting any votes there. Meanwhile, Tasha wrote the son of Harold Wesoon, who is famous mainly for their firearms, snagging Baggins' vote. Meanwhile, Baggins got Tasha's vote. with alias of Czechoslovakian writer who gained international audience in the 1970s for his novels and poems that exposed the hypocrisy of censorship behind the Iron Curtain. So, and then check this out. Rick Rod, getting the right definition, Derek Smith invented the high five in 1978. So yet again, everybody picking up a point, and no one being able to capitalize and take the lead. So this is Derek Smith here. Pulled him onto the screen for you guys. As legend has it, he was a basketball player at the University of Louisville, playing for the Louisville Cardinals. And one of his teammates offered him a low five, and he said, no, up high. And then the rest, as they say, was history. Apparently, before 1978, only low five technology was available throughout the U.S.
Wow, that's so limiting. That's so limiting.
I only go for high fives. I don't think I've gone for a low five because too low, too slow. You know, I've been burnt by that so many times. It's only high fives for this host. But wow, what a game we have here. So let's update this leaderboard. Everybody having 2 points here. That's big. I mean, we're going into the final round here, and we're defining a movie, and there's, you know, we'll only see if we can get some running room in between some of the players. So let's see. I'm putting 100 seconds on the clock for this one, so that everyone can bring their A game to the Word Hoax pitch. I've been saying today. I don't know. I kind of feel like a different word, like Coliseum, Thunderdome, maybe. I don't know. And what is the word, or what is the movie going to be? Man, so many good ones. I have so much fun going through and watching old trailers and picking up some of these. All right, this is what we're going to do. This one. All right, the movie title is called, I'll put it on the screen for the folks at home so they know too, is called SSSSSSS. That is the name of the movie title. 100 seconds on the clock starting now to describe what is the movie SSSSSSS. I don't know what to say, really. When you get old in life, you find out life is this game of words. I mean, the difference between winning and losing here is so small. You know, one adjective too late or too early, you don't quite describe it. One plot line too slow, too fast, you don't hook your readers. The words we need are everywhere around us. They're in every story, every setting, every sentence. On this app, we fight for each word. On this app, we tear our rough drafts to pieces for that word. We claw with our fingernails for that word. Because we know when we add up all those words, that's going to make the difference between winning and losing. Between living and dying. And that's what living is. The 6 words in front of your face. Now, I can't make you do it. You got to look into the mirror, look into your eyes. And I think you're going to see an author willing to go get that word with you. That's Clash of the Pencils, folks. That's all it is. Ten seconds left here. Rick Rod and Baggins in. Tasha down to the wire. Not able to make it. Wow, that is too bad. And
Andy's gone.
Oh no.
We are live. Up.
hey.
There he is.
What's up, everybody? Anyways, sorry. I was so excited about the current happenings that I accidentally X'd out of my own screen of the StreamYard. And anyways, sorry. Long story short, Tasha not making it in this round. That's going to be big. We're going to have to hope for another sort of snoop the loop, so to speak, and everyone pick up a point if Tasha wants to maintain the title on this one. Anyways, the definition, the movie title is SSSSSSS. That is 7 S's. Definitions. Number 1, a Cobra charmer in the Calcutta gets in over his head when he gets wrapped up in an international jewel heist at the Taj Mahal. Number 2, a movie about 7 individuals with the name Stephen fighting to death to see who is the best Stephen of the world. Or number 3, a college student becomes lab assistant to a scientist who is working on a serum that can transform humans into snakes. So those are your options there for SSSSSS. Number 1, a Cobra charmer in the Calcutta gets in over his head when he gets wrapped up in an international jewel heist at the Taj Mahal. Number 2, a movie about 7 individuals with the name Stephen fighting to the death to see who is the best Stephen of the world. And number 3, a college student becomes lab assistant to a scientist who is working on a serum that can transform humans into snakes. So some interesting movie titles here, ones that I would love to watch. And let's see, Tasha, this is big. We still have to default to you because you have you're in the lead of the month, but everybody else is tied for the day. Where are you going here? I mean, it's a tough call.
It is a tough call. I like all those definitions, to be honest. And my teammates have started to mask their tells, so that's good.
That is good. That's.
I am a horrible poker player. If it makes you feel any better.
I could imagine. I could see Baggins with a great hand. Just everyone folding immediately.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the last definition.
Going with the last one. Interesting. A college student. Let's see. What was that definition? A college student becomes lab assistant to a scientist who is working on a serum that can transform humans into snakes. Interesting. Is that the movie you would watch? Is that your reasoning here?
Yeah, that's the movie I would watch, and I feel like the title and the description are kind of matched in their audacity. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Sure, that makes sense to me. That's makes sense to me. So, but that's not doesn't need to. I don't. Long story short, back into your pick.
I'm gonna pick the one I most want to see, Tom, and that's the Stevens fighting to the death. And there's several Stevens, and I'd really like to watch that.
That's fair. A movie about 7 individuals with the name Steven fighting to the death to see who is the best Steven of the world. I would want to watch that as well. And actually, every time a second Tom walks into a room, I always say, "Uh-oh, there's too many Toms." So I can only imagine 7 Stevens sitting side by side in a sanctuary. Just getting a lot of S's in there too, just for the folks at home. And Rick Rod, what's happening? What's going through your brain right now? What movie would you want to watch? And is that the movie that you're going to pick?
The one I would choose would be the third one. Mm-hmm. And the main reason is because it's a serum to turn people into snakes. I want to believe that the S is because of the sound that the snake makes, like that.
Interesting.
I want to believe that that's the reason why that's the title of the movie.
Not
that's
7
fair.
Stevens.
That's a good enough reason.
Good one too.
Yeah, that's a good enough reason for me. So yeah, the let's see. Let me make sure that we've got that selected. A college student becomes a lab assistant to a scientist who's working on a serum that can transform humans into snakes. Rick Rod also correcting my pronunciation of the movie title from SSSSSSSSS to tss, like a snake hiss, which yeah, I could see that making sense. Honorable mentions going to Baggins with a Cobra charmer in the Calcutta gets in over his head when he gets wrapped up in an international jewel heist at the Taj Mahal. Quite a thrilling movie title, but no one voting for it. Rick Rod getting a vote from Baggins, however, with a movie about 7 individuals with the name Steven fighting to the death to see who is the best Steven in the world.
Make that movie. Make that movie. Rick
We
Rod.
should definitely make that movie. I don't see how we couldn't, and what is Hollywood doing not making it is really the question. But this is the movie that Tasha and Rick Rod voted for. A college student becomes lab assistant to a scientist working on a serum that can transform snakes or humans into snakes. So let's take a look at this this trailer.
Once this motion picture sinks its fangs into you, you'll never be the same. Don't say it. Hiss it. Don't say it. Hiss it. Don't say it. Hiss it.
Don't say it, hiss it. So there you go. Rick Rod's pronunciation is correct.
Looks like we went with Cobras.
Touch your skin. It's scaled. Look for your legs. They're gone. Feel your body. And listen for the hissing.
It sounds like the voiceover from that Thriller album.
Right.
Oh yeah. Is that Vincent Price? Oh my gosh.
You're hiding something from me. I know it.
King Cobra versus Mongoose. Or is it man versus man? The most unusual horror film ever made. See it.
There you go. The most unusual horror film ever made. And that's probably still the case. I don't know. If I had to guess. So great work there by Rick Rod and Tasha, sussing out that film. So let's go reveal these results and head to the finale. And this is big because it was down to this last round, and there you have it. Rick Rod coming on top with the definitions of both glasnost and two big points there. So Rick Rod, I'm more interested about the movie about 7 people named Steven fighting to the death. It's kind of like a Mortal Kombat / very petty thriller. How'd you come up with that movie title? And if the IOU NFT you just won eventually balloons into, like, let's say $200-300 million worth for this one NFT, which is totally possible. I don't know. Will you make that movie and satisfy your rabid audience, which is Sackville-Baggins?
Oh, most definitely. That sounds like a movie I really would like to watch. So,
Yeah, no, I mean, I would watch it. I think we have at least 4 viewers of the movie right here in this live stream. And so how'd you come up with the 7 people named Steven? Exactly.
Well, the first thing that came to mind was like 7S. So maybe it was about 7 people that start with the name S.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I felt it was something that could be dramatic, but it could be funny. So that's where I came to the conclusion that it was like seven guys named Steven.
All fighting
You
to the
just want to
death.
fight to the death.
That's so great. No, that is a fantastic definition, and that is why you ended up winning the day. Starting off a strong start to the week as well here. Let's see, you're now in a commanding lead, 4-3-2. Tasha, tough luck on the day. You've said before it's a marathon, it's not a sprint, so we can count on you coming back tomorrow and trying to pick up some more points, can't we?
Oh yeah, consistency is key. Always is.
There it is. And last but not least, although technically last and therefore least, Baggins.
Tough day out there. Don't go
day.
for the dream adjacency. Not the feature I was hoping for.
Not helpful.
No.
Yeah. So Rickrod, are you gonna try that tactic out now, or are you gonna come back refreshed and ready to rock tomorrow with a standard amount of sleep?
Well, it's like how they say, if it's not broken, don't fix it. So I will use my same strategy. It worked.
That's fair. It did work, and it looks like Baggins is a bit broken. But let's see. Still in the lead? Yeah, still in the lead of the overall worthless leaderboard, Baggins. So
I'll take it.
You still have that. Meanwhile, Tasha, it looks like adding to her lead for the monthly total, which again, there's still 18, 20. There's still like 22 days left in the month, so a lot of room for everybody to work there. And Rickrod jumping up into tied for 7th, it looks like, with that 7S movie title. So great work, everybody! Congratulations to Rickrod for taking home the IOU NFT, one of the most exclusive NFTs on the marketplace. Let's take another look at that. Wow.
It's a beaut.
It's a beaut right there. Hang that on the wall in a frame and tell your kids and your grandkids about it. So anyways, that wraps up another round of Word Hoax Public Tournament. Be sure to tune in to Clash of the Pencils live stream tonight. The prompt is about what cats would do if they ruled the world and subjugated humans. Sure, it's going to be full of perfect puns. And join us here tomorrow at the same time, same place for a different Word Hoax.
Perfect.
I was looking for the exit video. We don't have an exit video still, so I'm just going to click the off button.